I'm 41 years old. I've been on TRT for about 7 months now. Here's what actually changed, what didn't change like I expected it to, and this weird hump that nobody really warned me about where it kind of feels like it's working.
And then all of a sudden it doesn't feel like it's working.
Okay, if you're watching this video, you're probably either thinking about starting TRT or you just started, you're kind of new to it, you don't really know what to expect, after a while. I'm not gonna hype it up or nothing, I'm also not gonna trash it. I'm just gonna give you an honest perspective after 7 months of it. Okay, so let's talk pre-TRT. So pre-TRT, what was my life like? I'm gonna show you a picture in this video right now. This is me at the same weight I am right now. I had been working out for a little while, was trying to eat, watch what I eat, things like that. And this is the shape that I was in. Pre-TRT. I had good days, I had bad days, just like everybody else. I had all the mental fog, no mental clarity, suffered from depression, things like that. For example, I'd snap at my wife or kind of lash out at my kids. Things like that were intensified. I just overall just didn't feel consistent in life. I felt like if I worked out for 3 months or 6 months or whatever, nothing would really change. And just as a side note, by the way, that's one of the things that is an issue with low T, is you'll work out and work out and work out and diet and diet and diet, and nothing really changes. Or maybe it does change, but it's like minimal change. It's not a lot. So the first big change I noticed, better sex drive. I'll just be real with you, just get it out of the way. By the way, when you talk about low sex drive, we're not talking about desire. Even with low sex drive, you still want to. Like, you still have the desire to. You just don't want to. You just don't want to go through the trouble. She probably doesn't like it anyway. She doesn't like you. You're fat. You're out of shape. All the things pile up and you just get in your head and you go, I don't even want to bother. That's what low drive is. Low drive is not low desire. If you have low desire, that's probably something else. But anyway, so since TRT, that's dramatically improved. Much more happier in that department. My wife is a lot happier. So needless to say, that area of my life is a-okay now. Another big change I noticed pretty early on was sleep quality. Not sleep quantity. Before, sure, I could lay down, maybe get 10, 12 hours of sleep if I could stay asleep that long. But I would wake up and I just would feel like crap. I didn't feel like I slept good. Now, I could get 6 or 7 hours and wake up early, ready to conquer the world, and I feel great because I slept good. The quality of my sleep was better. I sleep a lot deeper. I stay asleep longer. Just overall, I have more energy when I wake up. Another big change I noticed, and this is kind of an interesting one, a greater sense of resolve in myself. Decision making is a little easier, less indecision in life, less indecision with trivial things, like for example, maybe Sunday after church, trying to decide where to go for lunch. Before TRT, it was a lot of, I don't know, what do you want to do? Now, I'm a little more capable and I feel a little better just going, I want to go to Chipotle or I want to go wherever. You guys good with that? Let's go. So it's a little more sense of just confidence in just everything I do. I don't ever feel like the decision I've made is a bad one. I might have apprehension about it and I might feel nervous about making the decision. But once I make the decision, I'm not freaking out about it. And honestly, I'm sure you can relate, as a husband, as a father, that kind of mental resolve and mental stability is very valuable. The first big surprise that I noticed was just how hungry I am all the time. Literally days I can just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and just eat everything in sight. Doesn't matter what it is, I'm just hungry. I attribute that to hormones balancing, testosterone is increasing, your metabolism increases along with it, all that kind of stuff happens. And so your body just is burning more and more. You're burning more, and so you need more fuel for the fire. So
it's not a huge deal,
but it was something that threw me off. And again, that might just be me that experiences that. I don't know about you or where you're at in life when you started or where you're at now before you start, but it's something to just be aware of. You might notice that, and it might throw you off. So another thing to consider, another surprise, we'll call it, it didn't fix everything, at least not yet. I think a lot of people go into this and they think that it's a magic pill. They think it's gonna just fix everything and they're gonna wake up tomorrow and they're gonna have a 6-pack and everything's gonna be amazing, and it doesn't work that way. You're not gonna suddenly wake up and you're just a completely different person. The thing that you need to come to grips with is you're still you. Like, you're just you with better testosterone. So whatever character flaws or issues you had before, you're gonna carry that along with you. You're gonna take that into this new version of yourself, where now, yeah, you are a little more self-aware, you have a little more grit and a little more drive. You know, Andrew Huberman talks about testosterone increases. You start to connect, you know, pain with reward. And so, yeah, sure, you might have this idea of I'm gonna gotta go work out. I've got to go do hard things to improve my life because it's a reward. I like that. Well, you still have to go do those things. And that's the catch. You might want to, but are you going to? You're still the same person. If you were a bad father before, you're not suddenly an amazing father now. If you were a bad husband before, you're not going to suddenly wake up and be an amazing husband because you're on TRT. If you were lazy and you were a jerk before, you're not going to wake up tomorrow on TRT and go, I'm going to go conquer the world. You could feel like you want to, but are you going to? Are you going to get up? Are you going to get up at 5:30, 5 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning and then go work out before your family wakes up so you don't interfere with time with them? Are you going to do that? Or are you still going to sleep because you're getting good sleep now? What are you going to do? So just be aware of it. It's not going to magically fix everything. It's not going to change everything about you. Incrementally, things will happen and things will change, but not all at once. And some of that you have to put in the work for. So just keep that in mind. Something else that really not shocked me or surprised me, just was interesting, is self-awareness. I talked about this a little bit before, but just this amount of self-awareness I have. So before, I might snap at my wife or snap at my kids or, get angry. Like every man does. Every man goes through that. Now, there's something about seeing, I can see it happening. I can feel it. I can see it on the horizon and go, oh, that's not a good place. I don't want to go there. I gotta maybe breathe for a minute or something. And I might still snap, I might still lash out a little bit, but it's not where it was before. Like I said, some of that's character issues and just personality. But with the drive and the grit you now have, that you're now equipped with, you have to decide what are you gonna do with it. And so I'm trying to improve that and not get so angry so quickly, not get so bent out of shape so quickly, not pull that back and carry that sense of resolve with me and go, no, the decision I've made is final. You're not going to do X right now, child. You're going to go do what I asked you to do. And if you disagree with that or you argue with me, there's going to be consequences. It's not a yelling and screaming match. It's this is what I said. I'm the authority, you do what I said. And because, like I said, because of the resolve you have, because of the confidence you have, you're not shaking in your boots going, did I make the right decision? Am I doing the right thing? Is that not good? Is that not right? What am I doing? You can stand firm in what you just said to your kid, or stand firm in the decision that you're making with your wife and go, no, this is what we need to do. And you can lead your wife and lead your family well and not be so scared to do what you believe as a man to be the right thing. As a man leading their house and leading their family, you got to be confident what you're leading them in, right? Something that I wasn't aware of, and some of that's just me, or probably all of it is me, how your body has to literally adjust to what's happening. And before I started, my numbers are very low. As I'm changing, as my body's responding to this, I'm having to adjust. My body has to adjust to it. So initially, like when I first got on it, there was a huge burst, like right out the gate. Let's run. We're gonna go balls to the wall. It's awesome. Let's run, let's run, let's run. 6 weeks, 8 weeks-ish, you start to feel a plateau. You start to feel, at least I started to feel, a little bit of a plateau. And I'm thinking, is something wrong? Am I not responding to this? Is this not working for me? Had blood work done. They increased my dose again. It's normal that they do that. That's why they test you to make sure to see where you're at. So they're gonna test you, see where you're at. Optimally, they want to be at, X number, whatever. And they, that going in, like it's not suddenly, like you said, it's not all of a sudden you're just through the roof. Like they do it a little by little. That's the responsible way to do it. Dose increase, get some more, start injections. Again, initially, first couple weeks, amazing, feel great. After 6 weeks or so, start to plateau again. But now your plateau's up here. It's not down here anymore, it's increased. So you're still plateauing, but you're improved. Same thing, same cycle. It has happened a few times now. And it's every time my dose increases, the same thing happens. I have this initial burst of, I want to go get after it, and then I kind of plateau a little bit. And my plateau, there's a lull in the middle of it where you think that it's not working. You might think this is junk. It's not true. It's a placebo. It's not real. Just give it time. It's a long game. 6 months to a year, you'll start to really feel the difference. And again, this is all dependent on where you're at, like where you're starting from. Again, this is just my experience. Everybody's different. You might experience something dramatically different. One weird side effect, not weird, it's not even a weird side effect, I don't even know why I call it a side effect. Just something that happens, and again, just be aware of it. You know, if you're in your 40s and you're doing this, you might not be thinking about it, but acne. Dude, I get acne. Like, I get it on my arms, get it on my legs, get it on my glutes, whatever. It shows up. It showed up for me initially, like when I first started, the first couple months. I got a lot of acne. Quite a few little bumps all over my arms, my biceps and stuff. It's not a big deal. For me, it went away. I think I have maybe 1 or 2 lingering right now, but they go away, stay clean. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you're doing jiu-jitsu or anything like that, like, it's gonna just make it worse. It's not a big deal though. Another thing to consider, body composition. So pre-TRT, I did work out. I tried to work out consistently, and there were times where I wouldn't work out consistently for a significant period of time, trying to eat better, and I did lose weight. But weight is not what people mean when they say they want to lose weight. They really mean they want to lose fat. That's what they really mean. This picture that I'm going to show you right now is a picture of me at the same weight that I am now, that I am right now. And this picture is a picture of me at the same weight. So these are 2 different people. One is pre-TRT and one is post-TRT. The other, I can't remember how long into TRT this photo is, but just know that body fat has gone down quite a bit. Before TRT, my waist size was like 40, 42, 44, which is pretty big. But again, I weighed the same. That's an interesting thing. Now, I weigh about the same, within a few pounds. It's not exactly the same, but within a few pounds. Now, I just recently bought a pair of pants, 36. So I went down 6 to 8 inches in waist size, just from doing TRT. And by the way, that is without like major life adjustment. That's the asterisk. Yeah, I do jiu-jitsu now, like twice a week. I do work out fairly consistently. It's been a few weeks since I've worked out. Holidays and life has kind of gotten in the way a little bit. Like, nothing major has changed. I'm not like a keto crazy or anything like that. I am aware of what I eat. I try to watch a little more, try to track a little bit. Nothing crazy, and every day I go over. I mean, way over calories. I'll eat 3,500 calories in a day. But my body has changed. My body composition has changed. My fat percentage has gone down. My weight has gone down a little bit, but nothing crazy. My biggest takeaway since starting TRT is it's not going to fix everything overnight. It's a process. It really is a process. Give it time. Just go into it. It's a long game. And, stay close with the clinic. Stay close with your doctor, wherever you're doing it. Do it responsibly. And make sure you keep up with your labs and all that kind of stuff. Make sure you stay hydrated too. That's another thing. Make sure you stay really hydrated. It's a process. It's a long game. And if you're not expecting that, you might talk yourself out of it, like right in the middle of it. Because it is working. It just might not be working the way that you thought it was going to work instantly. It takes time to get there. So just stick with it and stay hydrated also, by the way. That's a big one. You have to stay really hydrated. You have to stay hydrated anyway, but just stay hydrated. Drink way more water than you think you need to. So that's it. That's all I got for you. If you want part 2 of this video where we talk about maybe something like what I wish I knew before I started, questions I'd ask the doctor next time, things like that, comment down below. Let me know. Comment part 2 down below, and we'll get to that. I'd love to hear from you. I do read the comments, by the way. So until next time, keep grinding. Peace out.